Okay, would you please activate the little Mr. Thief? Right! With these case files, recreating everything should be a snap. Where should I start? Oh, indeed. According to these documents, do I have access to these documents? Yes, we do. How many pages? 12 years ago, the president was kidnapped and the witness was killed. The president of Saint-Fort Young was kidnapped on February 10th, 12 years ago. The kidnappers demanded a ransom of $100 million. Time to stop with the joke. Tai Long Lang confirmed that on the evening of the incident, the president was at the Saint-Fort embassy until midnight. Place the best besides Patricia Rowland. Who was the defense attorney? This feels really relevant. 12 years ago, Gregor was definitely dead, and this is an international incident anyways. I don't see Raymond being big enough motherfucker to have been. But especially back then, he was being a rookie. Huge international incident, no way. Will we ever find out or not? That's a question. Might not be relevant. If the prosecutor intentionally helped them get out of it anyways. My microphone is on, right? Yes. Forgot to check. I wonder where the brand and name is gonna be relevant. It seems there was a witness to the kidnapping of the president. Okay, with somebody who's not really relevant at all, goodness. Witness jumped art styles. A freelance journalist by the name of Jack Cameron. Jack, I feel like I don't fully get the pun. Cameron is just really obvious, but Jack? Also, the name sounds really familiar for some reason. However, he happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and was murdered by the culprit. So that would mean the place he saw the president was here. Here? At the Grand Tower? I'm not... These case files are much shorter for us than they are for them, goodness. This is like nothing. It's not saying it's page 1 of 2 or anything like that either. It's just the case summary. Unless I've absolutely forgotten how to pass pages or something. No, the Grand Tower was only built around a year ago, okay? Oh. So maybe it was built on top of something to hide something as well. Before that, this place contained mostly old abandoned buildings. Maybe something is then buried underneath the entire damn building. However, 12 years ago, this place was... Now you're finally talking about some stuff I know. Yeah, 12 years ago, at this very spot was... the happy family home. Oh? An orphanage then? I like the elephant. Just randomly an elephant on a swing. Huh. I'm supposed to see that many trees over there. Ooh, since we never established what happened with the kids in the third case, could be cover relevant. I wonder if that's gonna end up just being a weird untied knot or... Not, but it does seem like it's gonna connect back to something here. Also, I kind of forgotten about it for a bit. What's that, pal? It was a place where children who had lost their parents could live, aka an orphanage. To put it simply, it was an orphanage. So the president was kidnapped at that orphanage. So why does Lang know about this particular orphanage? He's not from this country, right? That's the impression I have. It's a very specific thing to know about. an orphanage in a foreign country. And that facility at the time was Patricia Rowland. Really? She did go on about her home sometimes. Apparently, Rowland always referred to it as her home. Uh-huh. It seems that suspicion would naturally fall upon her. Patricia Rowland lays the best, and President Huang. The darkness that remains from the SS5 incident still casts a shadow on the present case. But are we about to have... To be continued. Okay, I'd like you to input the investigation data from Jack Cameron's murder case. We can probably assume that he was killed by one of the kidnappers. So if it's not the murder case, we know who the kidnappers were, right? Precisely. I'm counting on you. Why do I look so tired? Not tired right now at all. There's the sound. Good lord, we have a lot of people here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then there's somewhere 2 more MIB guys. Ooh. What the heck is this? Everything's green! That's the most reasonable reaction that I've seen thus far. Some people have had oddly chill reactions to this. I've come to expect such reactions. This is a recreation of the grounds of the facility that was there 12 years ago. Based on the documents from the police investigation. You can't find the blueprints. I recreated the scene so that it looked like when the police arrived at 7 AM the next day. It appears that a fair amount of snow had piled up here. Right, it was in February, right? Yeah, I added the footprints in the snow for prime pieces of evidence. The snow fell during the day, on the day of the incident. So the snow only fell before the crime took place. Which means that the footprints wouldn't have been erased by any further snow. I must make sure to pay close attention to these footprints. Woo! Okay, one directional footprints over there. The game could pull the thing of somebody having walked backwards or something. Although there are easy ways to tell if somebody has done that. The police could use. On the other side there's similarly 2 sets of footprints that either they're like super close together, or one set is really wide and one is close up. This is interesting. How often is front yard? Well, this is curious. If we wait, the Grand Tower is still here, so we could accidentally bonk heads with lots of things. I'll be honest, this has to be the first thing I'll get. I've been amused by this too a lot. Please, ask me anything you wish. Oh, I need to present case branch. You have my heartfelt thanks for bringing John back. Oh, even the thought of him not coming back makes me... Hey, old man, don't bully my mom. No, that wasn't my intention. Whoa, look at me go! Mommy's little knight in shining armor. He's so cool. It's not like that. Quit blabbering stupid stuff about me. John, please wait. May I proceed, Mr. Edgeworth? My actions were unbecoming of one who calls herself a servant of the goddess of law. I won't ask for forgiveness. However, Judge Courtney, I am not as well acquainted with the goddess of law as you are. However, isn't that goddess also a mother of other gods? Is there a lot of mythology behind the goddess of law? I'd imagine that the goddess of law would be like, well, the least seriously worshipped deities around because it's clearly based on a social structure created by people. I don't think people look at it figuratively to the point where you would have a canon. Ah! Literally. That's an that's an interesting way to fuck that up. Usually people say literally when they mean figuratively. I said figuratively but literally. The law makes exceptions for extenuating circumstances. It understands a mother's heart. I'd say perhaps your goddess sympathizes with you more than you'd think. Mr. Hedgeworth. I get it. What the heck are you two blabbering about? It's okay, John. I didn't have a clue either. Okay, here's the most important part though. The young lady there seems to have made a full recovery. Yup, when you returned my father's notebook, I was able to return to my old self. Which was really damn cliche. I made sure when I was testing that I wasn't breathing at this mic. I don't know why that's all of a sudden a problem. Thank you so very much. Think nothing of it. I did not do anything. The return of your notebook and the return of your memories. They were all simply works for the goddess of law. Doing that voice is pretty damn fun. I don't think either of those things had any relevance to the law. Her clothing design is really fascinating. Specifically the weird sleeve thing around here. That design is neat as hell. Although something that does irk me is that the blue spheres around here don't seem centered in any way. Oh, to be fair, that's clothing. Okay, no seriously, why am I breathing into the mic? And why can I hear it? Because this microphone does not loop into my ears. I can't hear my own voice, except if I blow into the mic. That's strange. I don't think there's anything else we really want to show them. Did I resize it? No. It's Mint and Dust has settled on day one of Patricia Rowland's trial. Who's the replacement, as I wonder? Yes, while a decision has yet to be reached, I would say a guilty verdict is quite likely. I'm sure a thorough investigation into her connections with Place will be conducted as well. After seeing the past and today, I know we can put our faith in him. Just like Kay, Sebastian is also in the midst of training for the future ahead. You should finish your training before practicing law though. Like really. Like I get where they're going with the story, but we really shouldn't be standing in court. I see. When you say it like that, I guess we have more in common than I thought. I said a few mean things to him, so next time we meet, I'd like to apologize to him. I'm sure you will get your opportunity, but for now... Yes, at present, solving this case is our top priority. Thank you. And then, I was hoping a bit more interaction between the two specifically. Why do I keep thinking that there is my interact button? What do you want? Oops, daisy, forgot to present again. Jean, I'd like you to tell me the exact details of your kidnapping. You were kidnapped at the garbage pickup area, right? Why'd you go there? You don't have to act as a go-between. I guess just talk to the old man directly. That's real. So he says. Looks like he's finding time to warm up to you. I went to the garbage pickup to throw away the flowers I found on the body. That late. That was quite a bit after that. It was nearby and I thought it'd be harder to find it there, so I just tossed them in the trash can. I went there last night too, but the key was locked. And that's why you went there again today, to dispose of them. Yeah, but when I got there, somebody suddenly grabbed me from behind. And you see, this is easy on you, right? Captain C's is now super easy with CPCCC. Saying Z over and over again is quite a thing. Even though she was also a victim to it, she seemed to have taken a liking to the slogan. Sleeping drugs that fast effective seem dangerous and unnecessary for commercial use anyways. If you're gonna use sleeping drugs, which I'm not sure how effective actual sleeping drugs even are, I don't have any idea. I don't think you usually gonna need them to work in a matter of seconds. Well, Grabney was really strong, but that's all I know. I have no idea who it was. Well, it's not the president, unless the president literally had the body. Unless the blow that motherfucker for the first case was literally the body double, like the killer I suggested. It would have been interesting if it wasn't actually the president in the first case. That would have been very convincing acting for that long. I see. So that's what happened. Really strong. Like I can't think of very many muscular people in this series. That would, in this game, I suppose, pleased to be around. It might not mean anything. It might mean something. Okay, case badge. What's that supposed to be? Given me isn't gonna land your role in the film. I'm just showing it to you so I could be in the movie. So then, what do we have to do in order to appear in the movie? Okay, let's just leave it at that, shall we? Somebody who actually doesn't have any reaction to the badge, unusual. After the drugs wore off, did you notice anything about your surroundings? Those drugs were put to you by the CPCCC. Captain C is not now super easy with CPCCC. I like how she shares it just to market those damn drugs all of a sudden. That's kind of cold when I woke up. I was in a dark, empty room. Boxes with fine writing on them were lying around, so I figured I was in a warehouse. Foreign writing, huh? Could be relevant, could be not. Oops, Daisy, I just skipped something. That's right. John was rescued thanks to the collective efforts of Kay and the detective Gumshoe. Since it was a bit cold, the cooling unit's power must have been cut for not too long. So it first woken up then. For some reason, they didn't think it could take my phone, so I was it called for help. I see. In any case, it's good that you're safe and sound. Oh no, wait, he had his phone. I don't know why I didn't, like, pick up on it earlier. Man, that makes me think that we're still being played like a fiddle. Like we were supposed to find John. That's really strange. Why would you not think to take his phone? So they didn't tie him up in such a way where he couldn't move. And they let him keep his phone. Did they just... Oh, that seems too brazen. Yeah, that certainly makes it sound like that they wanted to have us find John, but why then? Also, does John have a wiretap on him? We should check, since they have a history of putting wiretaps on people when they're unconscious. Or not even necessarily unconscious. That should definitely be checked. I see. In any case, it's good that you are safe and sound, John. I don't need your fake sympathy, old man. Well, an incorrigible child. I don't know what that word means, but I can just guess. He's just like someone I know. Alright. Is right. Alright, let's talk about actually look around the crime scene. So this elephant I need to obviously look at this. Why are Nicole and Pumpkin Hair here? It's a swing decorated with the face of an elephant. It looks like there's some kind of motor attached to the other side of the elephant. What? Is this a motorized swing? That sounds like a horrible idea. There's one thought that has crossed my mind so far with the topless swinger. If only I could have full 360. I remember when I was a kindergarten and one kid kind of managed to do it. Almost went to the top and then they fell. It was not a good time. With that powerful motor running the swing, that dream can finally be achieved. Rotating with a motor? But won't it be dangerous? Extremely. Mr. Edgeworth, you can fulfill your dreams so that you will take some risks. Is that the real problem here? Ay. Did it say that we can look at this? I know. Oh, the footprints, of course. These footprints stop near the body. They must be Mr. Cameron's footprints. He sure has some big feet. They look like size 11. I'm not sure what that is, but I guess that fits. You know what? Let me look at my own shoes, since they have size whether in multiple ways. USA 13, UK 12, European 47, 31 centimeters. Okay, so still smaller than mine. So not that big. According to the data, his suits match these footprints. Doesn't necessarily mean they were his, but very likely means they were his. Unless they're his unless his shoes were swapped or something like that. And these footprints here seem to lead to and from the body. These footprints were believed to be the culprits. The shoe size is about size 7. That's fairly average. It seems you won't be able to tell who the culprit is from these footprints. The police would have had access to the footprint patterns, which are very convenient. I actually wonder why do the bottoms of feet have all those patterns? Yeah, I'm sure it's very convenient for the police during wintertime or something, but at least sometimes. But what's the shoe manufacturer's reason for putting them there? Unless they're mandated by law for scenarios like that, but I can start it. Doesn't seem that we have access to those. Not that that's relevant at least for after. Let's look at the body. Is that a sunflower I see? Oh no, it's one of those flowers. So that's where the something was buried then, I'm guessing. You know, Patricia wanted Blaze to dig up something from a flower bed. No. But isn't the Grand Tower currently here? Or is it still outside? No. Well, no, because we won't be able to walk here otherwise. This is in front of the Grand Tower, and something's buried here. So, there's the eyewitness of the president's kidnapping, Jack Cameron. What exactly did he witness? Oh, there's a brick that's made by... Oh, his phone is out as well. I figured that the state of his body based on the photos taken by the police. It appears he was stalking the head from behind. The man who proposed a brick, right? It looks like the ones from his garden. The blood that flowed from his head has splattered all over the surroundings. Ugh. Here, take this. It's Mr. Cameron's autopsy report. And why did you kill us to us just now? Bludgeoned to death. 1 AM. Check button for details. Well, we'll do just that. I want first that I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. I haven't heard that one in a while. One. Cause of death. Died immediately after being hit on the head with a brick. Remarks. He was likely killed just after leaving a message from his cell phone. Oh. And the other one is a picture. So very boring footprints. The flower definitely stands out. It's intentional in the frame. What's also interesting is that the snow stops right after the body. Is there a roof or something right there? A yellow flower has fallen here. In the language of flowers, it means stolen treasure. What? Okay, please stop making things up. Still, this flower seems to be of a different variety from the ones growing nearby. Well then, why is it in a place like this? This bothers me a little. We should examine the flower bed itself after this. I know it! Someone must have stolen this from somewhere and brought it here. Okay. And in the language of flowers, this means an angry prosecutor. What the hell, okay. But logic is different than the thingamabob. The other one where we present evidence here. Oopsie daisy, resizing things again. Oh no, what? Why did that not fix it? Why did that not fix it? Window size? Why did that not fix it? Why did that not fix it? There we go. I don't know how I even changed that by accident. Change the border size somehow. I don't know how I went to that. Alrighty. Organizer. So let me look at OS again. The thing he laid to rest in front of the flower bed. In front of the flower bed. Just 12 years ago, so it seems to must retrieve it. Laid to rest. At first that made me think that something had been buried. Laid to rest in front of the flower bed. Not in the flower bed, in front of. Technically the body has been laid to rest in front of the flower bed, but I doubt that a bit. Who knows? Definitely connected, like match so. Examine the phone. I assume this is the victim's cell phone. That's right! Apparently Mr. Cameron gave his... Oh lordy, that's an antenna. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Apparently Mr. Cameron gave his eyewitness testimony over the cell phone. What do you mean by over the cell phone? What do you mean? Oh, was Lang talking earlier? After Cameron found the president, it seems that he called his girlfriend. But she didn't answer the phone, so Cameron left a message on her answer. She was seen. Now who's the girlfriend? I'm sure that's gonna be relevant. Maybe not. The tape is in the case files too. You wanna hear it? Please. Or is this is just an explanation as to why it's recorded? Jill, well, that's sorted out. Jill Crane. He's not gonna be a long lasting character. Not based on that profile picture. Hello, Jill. Are you asleep already? Been doing that. We have to end that. I'm in front of the facility now, but something's not right. The president quite careful places, and what's more? Crap, the light just went off. I can barely see anything now. Went off? You're outside. I can't believe it, but it almost looks like she's been kidnapped. Oh, don't auto-scroll. Oh, what was that sound at the end? It seems he was attacked while he was still on the phone. Agent Len, may I ask about Jill? What was the name of Miss Cameron's beloved? I'm pretty sure her name was Jill Crane. Yep. So, it was true. Did you say Jill? Well, they're both dead now. Oof. And this was why she was seeking revenge for 12 long years. Yeah. This is a fascinating story they have by certain standards. The feelings and the infamous Miss Crane inherited from her beloved brought her to the auction. She had come to exact revenge on the conductor, Blaze. But Miss Crane tried to get revenge on Blaze, right? She may have wanted to get revenge on him for covering up the kidnapping case. Or perhaps she thought Blaze himself was the kidnapper. Lordy. Need to be more careful. How many pages of evidence is that? How many? 1, 2, 3. We're on the fourth one already. That's a lot of evidence. Was it 31 pieces of evidence, right? No, 8. 25 pieces of evidence. That's not a lot. The camera. The victim was carrying a camera. Oh, according to the case files, it seems he only managed to take a single photo. Here it is. Ooh. This is... Okay, well, it's definitely the president. Got a very rough card with somebody with very strange looking legs putting a gun at them. Wearing Gregory's outfit. Not as well as Gregory, at least from this angle. They have very wide hips. They might be a woman actually, by those portions. Maybe. Those are very very womanly portions though. Now then there's this snowman that has a handprint on the eye. If this was real life, I just presume that there was something that wouldn't be relevant, but in this game it has to be relevant. Then there's something around its neck. Might just be a scarf, but it looks like there's a metal bar handle on it. And they had this strange... the background is just pitch blackness, isn't it? It's quite a thing. I don't see anything immediately relevant other than that. Oh, there's one brick that has snow around its edge, which might not mean anything, but it also could mean that that brick was was detachable, removable. That would, I think I'm overanalyzing. Isn't that the president? He's been held at gunpoint. Well, this must be the scene of the scene the victim witnessed. God damn it! So the person in the crowd must be a kidnapper. Indeed, it seems like some sort of disguise. Ah, yes, the most convincing of disguises. Look, doesn't make you look shady at all. If the logic of Agent Lang's father is correct, then this person should be Patricia Rowland. Right, I did say that they're very womanly proportions. Like their hips are wider than their shoulders. But by selling one photo? Perhaps he was killed before he could take any more? Well, no, because he was able to, after that photo, take a photo, kill on the phone. I'm kind of thinking that maybe that picture was taken after he was killed. You know, I like the idea that maybe the president staged his original kidnapping as well, intentionally. I like that idea a lot, since he was already willing to pretend to be have an assassination on him. Pretending to be kidnapped, I wouldn't put it past him at all. So they could have killed him and then taken the picture. But they wouldn't need to kill anyone in order for the plan to work, I don't think. Unless it took another photo which I deleted, which was incriminating. Oh, the bricks. And there's the brick that was used as the murder weapon. Did it come from the facility grounds?
You can find bricks like this all over the garden. They must have used one of them as a weapon.
I wonder if there's gonna be a scenario where we have to find the loose brick somewhere, and there's gonna be something gonna be in it. Jack Cameron was a freelance journalist. That's kind of like what happened with my favorite geocache I ever found. It is loose, large stone brick underneath near a church on this stone wall. You just remove it, and there was a big hole behind it. He was killed because he witnessed the president's kidnapping.
The plot really stands out in the equation. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. The heebie-jeebies.
Even in the original photo, it looks brutal enough. A lot of blood was spilled. None outside of the snow again. The snow cut is interesting. The back of his head is covered in blood. That must be where all this blood was spilled from.
According to the autopsy report, he was stuck in the back of the head with a brick.
Now, why would the murderer just leave the brick there? Indeed, it's like that the killer approached Mr. Cameron from behind. Is the victim holding something in his right hand? Enhance, please.
That was also written in the case files. It seems he was holding onto a button.
Oh, so it's a bit of a short one. A button? Did he tear it off the culprit's clothes? That or this entire murder was planned, as I theorized earlier. Stained with Cameron's blood. Did we get everything? Hang on. This is the easy way to check. Okay, so we did get everything. I do believe that's the message we should get for that. Oops, Daisy. I think I already looked at these, right? Totally. Yep. A flower bed? What's here now in the current day?
According to the data, this facility had 3 gardens.
Interesting way to say it. Interesting thing to call a garden. Three small flower beds, each of them a garden, really.
And each of these gardens contained 3 flower beds.
Huh. The way these flower beds are lined up. Have I seen this arrangement somewhere before? I was thinking that the shape is interesting, but I couldn't recall anything like that. Where have I seen a shape like that? That's very unexpected. Oh, for fuck's sake, with the resizing. I don't recall, no, nothing. No, I don't. Where? I really don't recall what this is about. A pattern like that with 9 things in it. Fascinating. Profiles? What is it again? Unknown, really. Also silly. Lots of unknown ages in this game. And for some reason for the miss from the 3rd case as well. I just think it's that was just for the joke of her not aging. So they didn't have to retard her sprites. I like how blurry Willpower's profile is. 12 years ago, she'll have been 25. I don't know, I'm supposed to have seen this shape before. It is not ringing a bell. I suppose I've got to just give up for now. Yes.
Since it was so in the winter, there were no flowers in the bloom. You were the same. What's this yellow flower? Huh? Why is there a single flower here? That is a lion lily. It's a very rare type of lily. Did you say lion lily? That's the flower Miss Corden gives to the president. What is it doing here? Could it be just a coincidence? If I recall, the lion lily originates from Asia. In the language of flowers, it means the bond between parent and child.
I never knew you were so familiar with the flowers.
That much is common sense. You're simply lacking in your studies, Miles Edsworth.
So there's one flower growing despite the fact of winter. He said we should look at the flower bed later on, but I suppose he didn't care too much yet.
The star! I remember seeing it from somewhere.
Oh, of course you would. It looks exactly like the Grand Tower door we saw earlier.
But this evacuation was 12 years ago. That means the star has been here since then.
It seems that the way the Grand Tower was built, they decided to reuse the door rather than destroy it. It is a very pretty door. I can see why they would do that.
It's like the old saying goes, discovering something new by heating up something old.
I don't think that's how that goes. Oh, it seems he misunderstood the correct meaning of saying a saying for once.
But if you're using a microphone to do it, don't heat it over for over 5 minutes.
God damn it. But under eyes too hard. Is there burn here? This pillar appears to be burnt. It was either that or extreme moisture.
According to the files, it seems that there was a fire on the event of that incident.
Even more pointed towards blaze.
A fire? Let's see here. Huh? It seems that one of the children at the orphanage spilled kerosene, said he thought fire's a prank.
Kerosene? But seriously, but the children, the missing kids from the third case. But it needs to be relevant. I guess that kid has far too much energy. And thanks to that, we can't make out any of the footprints near the main hall. Interesting. Prior to the incident, Charles Bank was a fire in the basilica grounds. Aha. There's a path leading that way, I see. What is this bear?
This bear-shaped igloo is both cute and scary at the same time.
Igloo?
I hereby declare this a bear glue.
It looks like this igloo could fit 3 people inside.
Yeah, I bet he could live up to 3 years in this bear glue.
What? 3 years? What about the summertime? The igloo would melt. I don't see how this is an igloo. Hang on. I'm gonna need to see it without you being in the way.
Mr. Edgeworth, say that again. Say that one more time.
The igloo would melt. How is that an igloo? Oh, there's the entrance. I see. It's behind Ray. A lot of it. The other wall, I suppose, is behind Ray. But there's like a cardboard cutout. This thing's up with a trail in your bones. Uncle Ray needs to outbabe to keep him warm. Oh boy.
Could you please try to be a little more serious?
Oh, if that's what the game wants, I guess I have no choice. Miles, this is where it all began. Isn't it right? Yes, I fear that is the case. Those Patricia and places to go. There are still many mysteries yet to be solved. Indeed, it is just as you say. But they got only the mystery of what will happen to K-Grace. K-Grace will put. Isn't it suspenseful? K-Grace love.
Not even a little. You just couldn't resist, could you, Mr. Shield? Why can't you ever stay serious for more than a minute?
I think he's truthfully incapable of staying serious for that long. I even know that. Is that turtle? Hang on. These play cartoons are molded after a hare and a tortoise, like from the fable. The fable? What? Oh right, that fable, I know. And the turtles and the hare compete in a race, and in the end the hare were lost.
And now for something completely different. It's time for a cake race.
A cake quiz, that's fun to say.
Why did the hare lose? There are 3 choices.
Are we gonna actually get the choices? I already know the answer. It's because the hare took a nap. That's not how I recall the story. I recall it being because there were multiple. Because the turtle cheated by inviting his 3 brothers to help him with one, and the hare mistook his brothers for a copy of him.
1. The hare's favorite shoes were stolen by the Yatakarasu. 2. The tortoise trained with the Yatakarasu until it became the faster than the hare. 3. And because to the 2 animals, the Yatakarasu stole the victim for the sandwich.
Please tell me I actually get the choices. Those are my only choices.
Is it too hard for you? Okay, I'll give you a hint. It starts with a th.
She wants me to pick on number 3. What did the other 2 start with? I wish they'd actually given us the option there. Well, these play cartoons are molded after hare and no tortoise. Like from the oh, right. That wasn't bunny. Turtle unique. Yep. Sup? Oh, I didn't notice you there. I'm starting to talk wolf by there.
Reaper, I know it's not my place, but I have a request. Let's do a roll call, just like the old times.
Just like all the times, huh? What a lark. Guess I have no choice. Roll call!
1. I'm sorry. A roll call with only 1 person is really lacking.
That's nonsense. It got nothing to do with numbers. Even though you're the only one here, the pack is always one, right? If you think it's lacking, then how loud you have to make up for the rest of the pack? Roll call!
1.
What the man? Is he on the verge of tears? Where the... Okay, long time. Francisco's thunder, huh? 3 flower beds and snow. Agent Lang, what's the matter? He's trying to remember that pattern. Something strange. I wasn't able to read this as 5 incident cases for us until now. Since police had all access to the information restricted. Yeah, that's right. And yet, I feel like I've seen this exact scene from somewhere before. Really? What do you mean? Where did I see this? If I could just remember. Flower beds. Have we actually had a chance to see this somewhere? Like, they're not necessarily even flower beds, just 3 sets of 3s. Oh. He looks deep in thought. I should leave him alone for a while. Nope. Look at this bunch. That's what the little crocodile's always wearing on her clothes, isn't it?
It represents the most powerful animal in nature, my Yatakarazu's badge. Isn't it awesome?
Most powerful animal in nature. I think we went through this already, right? Not so fast. I can let that one slide. We definitely went through this. Langsy says, the wolf is mightier than the crow. Definitely. I'm still gonna read it though.
Just one slash from a wolf's claw and you'll grow will be nevermore. Take that bath, Wolfie. Leaf Girl says the crow soars above all others. You'll swoop in and take the wolf to pieces and then fly back up with the wolf's claws. Don't underestimate the wolf's jumping ability. You'll bite the crow before it can eat all away. A crow can flap its wings so hard it'll blow the big black wolf away. Grr. Bested. Caw, caw.
That's groveling like children. I felt like reading that again. Okay.
After this is 5, isn't it? The person completely changed. Well, he must have felt like his trust had been betrayed. I guess it's only natural. He got a full ties with the Lang clan, putting an end to our deep bond of trust. Mouth Man wanted at least to bolt us in some way. So he tried to go see the president more times than I can count. Of course, the president refused to meet with him. He wouldn't even give him time of the day. I know it was from the bodyguards, but there were times he'd come back all beaten up. But me standing around talking about the past doesn't do jack, does it?
I shall be the judge of that. For now, just keep telling us what you know.
You're still as tactless as ever. Ah, I figured you say as much. The fall of Mount Man was also the fall of the Lang clan. The family that failed to protect the president. That's what we became. Mount Man started to investigate the case like he was possessed.
Could someone so driven by possession truly conduct a proper investigation?
Jeez, you really don't pull your punches, Mr. Prosecutor. I don't think I blindly trusted him in the investigation just because he's my old man. His investigation was meticulous down to the last detail. Apparently, he even conducted a thorough interview with each and every kid at the orphanage.
He interviewed every child? I wonder how fruitful his results were. I want to know who these children were and who they are now. It was 12 years ago. If a kid had been 5 at the time, or which is no Tolkien age, they would be at least 17 by now, so it will be quite old. Hey, the snowman looks melted compared to the picture. Almost missed this because of it's so green. This has mostly melted, but it appears to be a snowman. It's not really near the fire though.
He has a scarf and a hat. It must have melted since he was dressed so warmly. The boat thing that has even lost one of its buttons that was used for its eyes.
Well, now we know what the button is presumably. The temperature reaches its lowest point at dawn, so the handprint was the cameraman grabbing a button, possibly. For whatever reason. Or somebody grabbing it. The temperature reaches its lowest point at dawn. Perhaps it will have refrozen later.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Once a snowman melts, even if it freezes up again, it becomes an Iceman instead of a snowman.
What? Is that what she was expecting me to say?
You got outplayed.
No.
Scrappy, don't you dare say a word. I'm warning you.
Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, but please help me, sir. What is it exactly, Commissioner? It's about the story behind the SS5, isn't it, sir? Even though Blaze may have lost his authority. There's no way you can get confidential documents this quickly. They got me curious. I made a few calls and asked around. And I found out that Miss Van Karma used all sorts of forceful tactics too.
Scruffy, I thought I found you.
Aye! You've done a lot for us, Francisco. I did question that. I don't remember if I questioned it out loud how fast he got them. But I did question it. Glad that's been cleared up as well. I promise I will bring this to an end with my own hands. I'm guessing that they both share the same thing, basically. Yeah. Did I let them talk to Commissioner first? one more check. Yeah, they see nothing. Oh no. Also, what do we have in logic anyways? In case I don't have to talk to them. 3 footprints. I mean, they said 3, but that's not. That seems hardly like any logical connection.
Where's the scoop? What are you at? These folks are down there at green. Maybe a secret or something, but the clothes are green too. Where are we? The clothes are all green too. I'm going to say no to ordinary disease.
Whose clothes are green? The victim? Do we appear green?
The victim does something good. Looks like you're trying to take it to the next level. Yes, Chief. It looks like there's no way we'll be getting a word in.
Not that I have any desire to intervene. Okay, so we can do whatever we can do over here. So what is there yet to examine? In what way can we interact with anything? I will try to look at this. I will try to look at it later, but... Yep. Yeah, we've seen all this. There's nothing particularly interactable there. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to interact with next, that's the thing. Nobody seems to want me to present anything to them. I don't think this scene wanted anything either contradiction wise. Yeah, it doesn't have a thing of presenting evidence. Have I missed something big somewhere? Have I missed something that I can look at over here in the environment, or in that app? Can't go further. I suppose I could try to look at the other flower beds. Is that a thing? There's no thing. Very well. The logic really doesn't seem to connect at all. I mean, we could be saying that the murder weapon came for the flower beds, but I thought we kind of already said that. And it doesn't. This doesn't mention the flower beds having bricks, so yeah, that's not a thing. Oh, we are low on health. What am I missing? What's interactable even? I don't even know where I can present the information. That's the thing. What there's still to interact with. If this is it, that's the dumbest fucking thing. Unless I'm missing something. There's a 3 Slumpia connection. Oh my lord, why is that a connection? Perhaps this is the true nature of the monster's footprints? What? Oh, hang on. Unless I've misunderstood the map layout a little bit. If the 3 footprints are located where the leftmost 3 flower beds were, and they were trying to Blaze was trying to dig those flower beds up. That's the one thing. But that's not how I understood it. We didn't get actually a map of this area, right? Not really. That's not where I understood the film lot to have been. I didn't think the film lot would be... that any of the flower beds would be in the film lot. I thought they were only in the Grand Towers area. This is interesting.
True nature.
I suppose that's roughly the same shape, yes. Compare the positions of the 3 footprints and the 3 flower beds on the left, but why are they in the footprint shape? I guess they're right. I guess they're in front of a square-like thing. That makes sense. That's still really precise. Right, the square-like tile is underneath the rubble. Now that I look at it, it doesn't really look like it's underneath the cement. Compare the positions of the 3 footprints and the 3 flowers from beds on the left. Do we have a map of... we don't really have a map of the entire region, right? Because I did not think that this area took any of the orphanage's place. I didn't think they shared area. See, I got the impression that if this is the Grand Tower lot, then is this on frame? Yes, this is on frame. If this is the Grand Tower lot, then got the impression that the filming lot is like over here is, whereas the flower bed would be here, here, and here. I got the impression that this was like more south of at least further to like west, if nothing else. Ah! But yes, that does make sense. Unexposed areas of dirt must the areas where the flower beds were.
So place the holes in front of each of these three flower beds. Base of these three flower beds used to be.
Did he try to dig in front of the other ones? Because I feel like those wouldn't necessarily be the right ones. He clearly doesn't know which one it is if he's taking in front of all of them. Presumably it's the one that has a flower on it for some reason. Maybe not. Exactly. No, why would he do such a thing? I believe we have a piece of evidence that tells us why. Yes, we do. Why did plastic holes in the ground near the flower beds? Here we go. The report from Patricia Rowland to Blaze the Best. It said that something was laid to rest in front of the flower bed.
So Blaze was following Miss Rowland's instructions to dig it up. But why did he dig up the three holes?
The report didn't state which of the three flower beds, though it was in front of. There were 9 flower beds though.
Oh, so Blaze didn't know exactly where to dig.
I wonder how, what order this was written in. Like often, I feel like I have a good idea of what thing was written first and what thing was written next. But here, did the writer or writers come up with the idea of having monsters' footprints first, and then justify what they actually were second, or did they come up with the flower beds first and then decide to turn it into the footprints? Because you can't really write them at the same time, simultaneously. I do wonder which one came first, because this is a weird one.
That's why he had to dig up all 3 spots.
Most likely, yes. I'm sure Blaze himself was none too happy about that.
Even through all that trouble. I wonder what he was trying to dig up.
He didn't manage to dig very deep. You can see that. Maybe it's still there, but he was hidden there. We've learned pretty much all that we can about the situation at the time of the murder. Indeed we have. We have also finished the episode.